The year was 1995, my first introduction to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It was the era of the 3.5-inch floppy disk. My memory of starting Flight Simulator for the first time is still very clear. This was version 5.1 of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it was very detailed in comparison to the first version released in 1982. So many times I would hop in the Cessna, take off from Meigs Field in Chicago, and fly directly between the two antennae on the top of the John Hancock Tower. From 1982 to 2025, spanning 43 years, Flight Simulator has progressed through 14 major versions. With advances in computer technology and graphics, the latest version of Flight Simulator brings flight on the home computer to the highest level of immersion. As a recreational private pilot flying predominantly in southern Ontario, I value Flight Simulator as an important aid for continued learning that strengthens my skills and knowledge to make me a better pilot in the real world.
Bravo Delta Tango, start reducing your speed. Number 5, I'll advise you turn on base.
Bravo Delta Tango, reducing speed. You'll call the base there.
You're from Oscar Bravo, you're cleared en route.
Cleared en route, you're from Oscar Bravo.
Golfing Auxiliary number 2, you're flying PC-12, they're 3 miles slant final circuit altitude, advised in sight.
Looking for traffic, Golfing.
Roger, down with altitude in the tower, please, with your intentions. Foxtrot Kilo, turn downwind now.
Turning downwind, Foxtrot Kilo.
Now, let's have a look why Flight Simulator makes you a better pilot.
1. Familiarization with new aircraft and avionics. Microsoft Flight Simulator displays detailed cockpit environments that enable pilots to become familiar with the controls and avionics that include analog gauges in trainer aircraft to more complex digital displays, such as the Garmin G3000 in business jets. With numerous types of aircraft available in the simulator, a pilot will also benefit with the transition between different aircraft. Number 2. Practice navigation skills. For VFR navigation, the photorealistic world map with detailed terrain and landmarks enable pilots to practice visual navigation in preparation for specific VFR flight plans. The simulator offers flight deck detail for instrument flight training that includes precision and non-precision approaches, holds, and en route navigation with VOR, NDB, and GPS systems. Number 3. Training procedures. Pilots can safely simulate and practice emergency scenarios, such as engine failures, bad weather, and system malfunctions to build confidence for real-world situations. Crosswind landings and takeoff practice in the simulator enhances pilot skills for many real-world runways regularly influenced by crosswinds. Number 4. Real-world flight planning. The simulator is an excellent tool for pre-flight preparation to rehearse routes or flights into unfamiliar airports. Real-world apps, such as ForeFlight, used to create flight plans, integrate seamlessly with Flight Simulator. The accurate modeling of airport environments allows pilots to practice approaches, taxiing, and runway procedures at desired airports. 5. Flying in dynamic weather. Real-time weather situations within Flight Simulator prepare pilots in the real world that encounter conditions that include turbulence, icing, and storms without the risks of an actual flight. In addition, pilots grasp a better understanding of how weather patterns affect flight and in turn improve decision-making and situational awareness. 6. Cost-effective learning. For student pilots, the simulator is a cost-efficient way to practice the entire range of flight training procedures. time and expense is reduced on real-world flight hours, in turn, keeping student and licensed pilots proficient when practicing specific aspects of piloting. Number 7. Spatial and situational awareness. The simulator improves a pilot's understanding of how pitch, power, and altitude affect flight. With multiplayer options and real-world air traffic simulation, pilots gain situational awareness in controlled and uncontrolled airspaces. Number 8. Flight training and testing. While not a replacement for certified simulators and flight instructors, Microsoft Flight Simulator supplements real-world training by allowing pilots to memorize and practice procedures, to become proficient with aircraft systems and navigation. All this experience is achieved in a zero-risk environment. 9. Virtual reality for immersion. With virtual reality support within the simulator, pilots can simulate the immersive experience of the complete cockpit that replicates real-world flying more closely. The VR experience helps pilots hone their skills and situational awareness in a realistic cockpit environment. Let's watch this VR landing experience.
Crikey. Very bumpy indeed. Kicking a bit left rudder there. A little bit of a bounce because we was a bit fast.
And number 10, motivation and enjoyment. For aspiring pilots, Flight Simulator is the ultimate tool to explore aviation before committing to formal training. Licensed pilots can also use the simulator to explore different type ratings in an enjoyable, stress-free environment.
While Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't replace certified flight training, it's an invaluable supplement for building proficiency, staying sharp, and exploring aviation. It bridges the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application, making it a powerful tool for real-world flying.